going on, y'all? So, as you can see, I got the review for Stargirl, Season 3, Episode 6, called Frenemies, The Betrayal. So, this was a good episode. And Betrayal, that went all the way around, too. Well, I won't say all the way around, but it was basically two sets of people felt betrayed. But before I get into that, let me give you the synopsis. You know me, I like to give you the synopsis because I like for you guys to have a basic understanding of what this episode is about and what I break down. After learning that Courtney has been spending time with Cameron, Pat and Barbara go on a mission to see if the McKents pose a threat. Sylvester steps in to fill the void left by Courtney. Tensions between Yolanda and Cindy reach new heights. So, I want to say I did like the little scene where Yolanda, she went to the confessional, and the preacher, the father, he thought she was basically asking for forgiveness for breaking into Cindy's house and stealing the computer. But she was like, no, that's not what I'm asking forgiveness for. I'm asking forgiveness for what I'm about to do. I was like, oh, okay, Yolanda. But I like that role that they given her too. Like, she's starting to have confidence and becoming like this protector of everybody, you know. But yeah, so tensions comes to a high boiling point in this episode where things are basically revealed. We see our man's kid using the hourglass without the inhibitor, and now he's like he tested out, and he still had his strength, and he still had it past an hour. So he's I guess he found a workaround because he didn't know how to fix the inhibitor, so he just using it without one. And Yolanda brings it to the team's attention that basically, Cindy is the one who took the gambler's laptop. So they basically download some information from it and try to go, Sylvester tell them to put it back where it came from. When it comes to Barbara's and Pat's attention that Courtney is dating Cameron, or she has feelings for Cameron. We do get a scene with Courtney and Cameron. Courtney helping Cameron using his powers, and he uses power to make an ice sculpture of his dad, to which Courtney has mixed feelings about, as she knows the true, the nature of his father. But yeah, back to Pat and Barbara. Once they realize who Courtney has things for, Barbara's tune about her, at first Barbara was like, oh yeah, she's in love, Now her tune has changed when she realized it's her old boss's son. And Barbara and Pat suspects that the grandparents knew or had something to do with their son's, diabolical plan. And wanted to protect Courtney, that they go on the investigation basically to see for themselves, to observe Cameron's grandparents, to which they get a surprise. To which you get, it's like a Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde. That's a heckle. Type of thing with the grandparents too, because you got one grandparent who's cool and calm, and then you got the other grandparent who's aggressive, and you pick up you pick up real quickly, and Barbara pick up on it too. I like the tension between the supposed mothers, and I should say supposed, I guess mothers, her being the mother of the Icicle, and her being the mother of Courtney. You pick up on the tension between the two. but yeah, there's that scene it basically goes on. I won't give too much detail because if you haven't seen the episode, it's a good scene to watch. But I will say this led to Pat, Courtney, and Barbara having a conversation, to which is revealed to Pat and Barbara that what Sydney told Courtney about the fact that Sydney suspects that Cameron's grandparents got powers. You know, because Pat brought up how they suspect that they might have powers just like Icicle, to which Courtney confirms it because she tells them that Cindy basically told her that it's a possibility that they got powers because she could have sworn she's seen, she could have sworn she's seen Cameron's grandparents' eyes do the whole Icicle thing. So basically, they basically know about the grandparents and whatnot, but Courtney is convinced that Cameron is not like his father. But now the episode is called Betrayal. So first betrayal. The first betrayal is basically the team finding out that Cameron and Courtney's been spending time together, to which they confront Courtney about it, and things didn't go well. Things did not go well at all for Courtney. And, they called her out on it. And, they like, you've been telling us to trust the Crocs, give everybody all these second chances to trust them, but you're the one who's been lying to us the whole time. Like, the person close to us, and we can't even trust you because you wouldn't tell us the truth. And, she kind of like, oh, I guess because of the tension, maybe I should just let Sylvester lead the JSA until, tension between us and this whole thing, cools over. But they informed her that he already stepped in your place. That's the first betrayal. They felt like they betrayed. I guess you could say the second one is when they finally is with Cindy, when they confront Cindy. They confronted her by accident because they were Yolanda went to go put the laptop back, but Cindy reveals that she already knew that she took it because she said when Yolanda broke in the house in the previous episode, she left claw marks. So she realized that Yolanda already knew and had the laptop. But she tries to explain herself, but Yolanda is not hearing it, and a fight breaks out. And the fight breaks out between our man's son. He also gets involved, and basically it's like them two versus Cindy till they see Cindy's arm, and they see that her arm is basically reptilian, and they was like, what did you do to yourself? And they was all about to fight again, but Courtney, who Bev called because Bev could see the surveillance, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. She see it through the surveillance of the gambler's computer, and she basically calls Courtney, who's for the first time in a long time suits back up as Stargirl and stops the fight, and they all three confront Cindy about why she lied. And she basically tells the truth. She says she reveals that she really didn't have nothing to do with the gambler's death, at least as of right now. Is believed that she didn't have nothing to do with it, because she basically said the only thing she's guilty of was taking the laptop. And they asked her, well, why did you take the laptop? What's going on? And Courtney knows the reptilian arm, and Cindy basically tells her that that's why, because she don't know what her father did to her, and the gambler had all types of secrets and information, and she just wanted his laptop to try to fix herself. And Yolanda, this actually wins Yolanda, Courtney, and Iron Man's son over. They realize she's sincere and that she really only did this to fix herself. They even brought it up how she might be like, she might be telling the truth, but this actually happens before they confront her about Cameron. Because that's how this scene leads into that. They pretty much is revealed. They ended by revealing that by finally they become aware that they're being surveillance. Thanks to Beth, she reveals to them that they're all being watched. This episode was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I didn't necessarily have anything this bad to say about it. I mean, it was a decent, good episode with good tension and stuff. And I want to see where they go from here. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, because I'm going to give this episode I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 big ups. But like I said, you let me know in the comments what you thought, and if you enjoyed the video, you hit this button right here in the upper right corner for all of my Season 2 reactions. And if you enjoyed this video so much you want to support the channel, all you got to do, guys, is hit those buttons, because it helps me, because by doing so, the YouTube algorithm gets more information about my channel, so it can send it out to the masses, so we can grow this tribe to millions of dollars. That little Austin Powers joke there. And as always, hit me on these videos for more amazing content, but don't go anywhere, because I always got more. Peace out.